Hello, and today I'm going to talk about something a little bit more boring, a little bit less interesting, but some of you may want to know, so it. So I'm going to talk about my favorite games, I guess. Games that, like, if I think of my favorite games, I'll say these ones. Are they probably the best games I've ever played? No, but they're the ones that, like, I remember spending the most time with and them being really nostalgic. Also, not nostalgic because some of them are quite recent. So anyways, we begin with Call of Duty Black Ops 1 and 2. So these were huge for me. I was 10 at the time. That's right. I was one of those little kids on the mic.
You can get him in the water! Oh, for God's sake!
Woohoo. But they were like insane games for me. I played so many hours on my Xbox. It's probably the reason why I have these glasses now. It's why I'm short-sighted. Because I used to sit... Okay, so the screen is like here, right? And I was like this, standing up because it was on top of like a set of drawers. I was like this, staring at the screen. And I didn't sit down because I couldn't see it as good. And yeah, my eyesight, I remember just getting worse and worse so f***ing quickly. And yeah, up to now where I'm just so blind, so be careful with playing games. But anyways, they were so big for me. Obviously, Call of Duty Zombies, I played so many hours, hundreds, so many. I had so much fun with some friends from school and randoms online. I was probably a really annoying kid, I think. He used to be like, open the door, it's your turn.
Guys, why didn't you just get him in the water before you went box?
I mean, I can put some clips in here of actual 10-year-old me playing Call of Duty Black Ops on a YouTube channel called... I strongly recommend you all to watch it. It's fantastic.
I'll catch a grenade for ya. Tomahawk to the face for ya. I'll even call my blade for ya. I would whittle matches wage for ya. Oh, I would pull some crazy gameplays.
Okay, it's not fantastic, it's f***ing terrible. Another game around this time for me was Borderlands 2, and I tried to tell everyone about it. I was obsessed. I couldn't stop it. Borderlands 2 was so good. I loved it. You know, I adored the game. It's a little sad I had no friends to play it with, but I loved it. I could just play it by myself, single player, and I played it on the Xbox, and Handsome Jack was funny, and it was funny, and still to this day, it's still really nostalgic for me. Me and my wife, we played it through recently, and she's played it a ton since, and it's literally become one of her favourite games, and I don't know, that means a lot to me. It was so nice to play these games with someone who hasn't played them again. It was just like really sweet. I really loved it. It's a game like I wish I could play again for the first time, but I sadly can't. Yeah, I really loved it. Okay, I'm going to talk about something which you may judge me for, so please prepare yourself. One of the games I played most when I was younger, and put the most money into, was FIFA 12.
FIFA 12.
I had this weird football craze for a little bit, okay? Soccer, whatever, if you're American. I don't know why. And I don't know why I may have pre-ordered the latest FIFA game, now called EA Sports FC. I don't know what it is about these games. I played Ultimate Team. I spent a lot of money. I remember walking to the little Blockbuster in our town to get Microsoft points, like, every weekend. Like, I would spend my weekly pocket money on it. It was such a waste of money. But I loved it. Those memories are still really dear to me every day. I was probably really toxic and annoying kid. But I loved it. And I still kind of like playing FIFA now. But I have to admit, no game makes me that angry. It brings out, like, a rage in me. It's scary. Oh, I broke controllers. Oh, it was a disaster. but it still like was a big part of me playing games, and I still kind of like to play. I don't play it now, but I have phases where I play it a shit ton. It's embarrassing. Please don't hate me for it, please. I'm really pretty and cool. Did we play FIFA? Okay, so to now like change your opinion on me, one of my other favorite games, probably favorite game of all time, is Team Fortress 2. Is my tits jiggle so much when I do that clapping thing. I remember playing this on when I was like 13 for the first time on the really old family computer. I had to play this in 640 by 480p. It was like 15 FPS, but I somehow did it, and I liked it, and I had fun. I remember playing it so much. Man vs. Machine. Oh my god, I just had such a good time. I used to go on the CP Orange servers, the RTD servers. I used to watch Start and Germa.
You win! It's over!
You know, that was just kind of a little bit of my childhood, and I loved it. I'm a Scout main, by the way, just thought I'd let you all know. Do I look like one? Do I look like a Scout main? I think I kind of do.
Scout Gaming!
Another thing, Destiny. I'm also talking about Destiny 1 here. Even though I've played Destiny 2 for longer, it's probably just nostalgia talking, but Destiny 1 just really sticks in my mind. Sure, the game had this garbage FOV and stuff, but I loved it. I remember doing the raids at like 10 AM in the morning, and yeah, talking to like 5 random people. Weird system, but I liked it. It probably got me talking to a lot more people than I ever normally would. Look, I'm fairly simple. I am like gamer brained. I like to see orange color. When I get legendary or exotic and it's orange, I'm like, oh, no way, what the fuck, what the freak? Yeah, that's basically it. I really like looter shooters. Not as much nowadays, but I know that if like Destiny got back in my, interest again, I'd be stuck there for weeks. Yeah, those kind of games, once I'm in them, it's really hard to get me out of them. Now, my final game, games, is Zelda, Breath of the Wild, and Tears of the Kingdom. This kind of made me realize recently that I'm not fully out of games. It's harder for me nowadays, gaming. Like, I find my interest is like really kind of gone. I still am into it sometimes, but mostly it's really dwindled, and that really sucks, but that's just life, I think. You will lose interest in the things you loved when you were younger. I still have that interest, but it's just not as strong as it was. Diminishing returns and all that. But Breath of the Wild, I remember I got the Switch at the midnight release, coming back home, like 2 AM, and then I played it, and then I couldn't sleep. So then I played it till like 6 AM, then I had to go to school the next day, and then I was almost sick because for some reason I couldn't handle lack of sleep. I could handle lack of sleep, but zero sleep I couldn't handle at that time. I was a little baby. But yeah, I don't know. It's just really like a nostalgic kind of time, even though it was only a few years ago. Okay, it was like 6 years ago, but still. I remember playing through that game like 3 times, and I loved it. And Tears of the Kingdom recently. It's probably, now, I say this again, it's my other favourite game of all time, okay? I loved it. It's better than Breath of the Wild. But I only played it once, and I stopped. And I don't really want to go back and play it again at the moment. I just sort of stopped. That's it. I loved it. I loved the game, I finished it. Beat the final boss like 2-3 times. Sure, I've got a lot more to do in it, but I just stopped. I've just kind of lost that interest. And I feel like that's kind of where I'm at with games now. It's really hard for me to keep my interest. It sucks. But whatever. Games. Are you still judging me for liking FIFA? Please don't. Please don't. Thank you for watching. Love you all. Please, I hope you don't hate me now.